And when we use that word solar, it also is talking about a specific energy to educate people because they got away from it. Everything in your life, because the solar, the sun is your primary energy source. And everything you're doing in your life right now is dependent on it some type of way. Even us talking on this Wi-Fi, using the microwaves, that comes from the electromagnetic spectrum, the energy that's in the air, but ultimately that solar energy. And I could talk about your house, the paint, the metals, your cars. It's still going to go back in a full circle. The sun has something to do with it because it's our local star. Now we could use the word cosmic energy because that's talking about not only the sun, but the stars, the moon, everything coming off, but this energy force. And people need to hear this because sometimes people will say, how do I live on? They use the word prana. But when I start talking about the sun, they said, yeah, but what about prana? And I try to say, that's just an ancient word dealing with the energy from the sun. And of course, I know because I've been in India and I've seen a lot of writings right there. Ultimately, there's your average Indian don't even know it comes from the sun. They really think it's another force. It takes study. That's why it's so important to study and learn what this journey about so you can be more successful. In the church, they use the word Holy Spirit. But if we really start digging into that, I was just teaching a class talking about when they say the spirit was high in the church. But again, this voltage that could be measured is in the air. Now, we're in a good age now of 2024. You'll hear more and more about what technology is doing of harvesting the energy out of the atmosphere. But not just for our external technologies, also for the individual human being. That's what we've been living off of. So I'm glad, at least at this age, we got an electromagnetic field going around our body, which in religion they call spirit. Or in the new age, they call it the aura. Of those words back then, people didn't really know if it existed or not, or if you had an experience. But now scientifically, everybody and everything has an electromagnetic field. Now, through a lifestyle, you can make it bigger, or you can block it up. That's the main game of this journey. But today we're going to talk about, because we're going to get into our cultivation. I know it's early. This is a good time to start out the day cultivating. We're going to talk about the chakra system. The chakra system. And a lot of people heard about it. It's through Hinduism. The Buddhists also talk about it here and there. But in the West, the Western mind really don't realize, because I see posts on social media, there's people saying they don't exist. They don't exist. And then when I try to tell them, no, we don't want to listen to you, you're wrong. But we're in this age where a lot of things being denied. You got people out there, gravity don't exist, outer space don't exist, the earth is flat, blah, 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 blah. But I'm finding out, even if you give them evidence, we're in this age now where people are saying no for whatever reason. There's many reasons in it. But they're suffering from, because when we talk about the chakras today, we're going to talk about, when I say people are scientifically illiterate, they don't understand the ideas, the concepts, the language that's being used. The ideas, concepts, language, and I wrote out another one, and maps. Maps. We're going to talk about that because all knowledge, whether it's in the halls of academia, science, the medical field, spirituality, there's these concepts that's out there, but all knowledge is given on the surface. That's why you got people who's in these different fields. Your professionals and experts is the one who took it deeper to study to see what these is talking about. That's why they're experts, professionals, masters. The average people is on the surface of it. And that's where the confusion is at. So there's a Dunning-Kruger effect where a person think they know about something because they probably been in it 10 years, 15 years, but they really never dug. They're at the surface. But their confidence is real high that they know until they meet somebody or they go deeper into it to see how much they don't know. That's the only way it's going to get revealed. But as long as a person stay on the surface, and this is what's happening with the solar breath theory and knowledge. Usually people get a hold of it in spirituality. I'm just talking to some people this week. 3 different responses from them. 2 of them got real arrogant because they don't like to be told they don't know something. You know, I'm not trying to be mean. But the other guy said, okay, I got a lot to learn. 2 different ways on how they took it. Because usually when a person is in the Dunning-Kruger effect, they don't want to be told their flaws or what they need to do. I already got this. All you need to do is tell me this, 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 that's it. All you can do is just be nice and let them go. But anyway, we're going to talk about, because this is real important, ideas, concepts, language, and also maps. Because on one level, there's a lot of things that's being said and made diagrams out there. They don't exist. They really don't. But we made them up to show a deeper truth on something that we're using for people who take it deeper. I hope this makes sense. Because if you was to cut a person open, the chakras, you can't say this is a chakra and point to it. That's not what it is. This is something, ain't it? You cut them open and it's not there. However, and first of all, those who don't know what a chakra is a Sanskrit word, which just means spinning light, spinning wheels of light. In other words, it's an energy center. So say if you got a circle, they usually show it in the circle form and it's spinning, sort of like a vortex or a tornado. That's basically what they're saying. But that's not just the Hindu culture who got that. Even in Egypt, they got the word the ka. Now the ka just means light, but also they had these concepts through their language on how energy travels, and it travels different ways. Your ka just means your light body, your ba, because they got the kaba, that just means your physical body, but they're one and the same, your personality. But they got this concept, people use it, but if you take it deeper, you'll see how all of these things in the ancient world was lining up. So this is where this knowledge comes from, the solar breath theory knowledge, actually. But only a few people accomplished it because it takes a mind of that type of study. It's like everybody ain't going to become the same thing. Some people buy more of one thing than another. There's even a concept that says, if you're looking at a group of children, there'll be some children who will really want to learn more with this than others. It don't make them better or nothing. So those are the ones you usually grab for that type of study to exercise their mind, and you see that talent. And some will have more aptitude to go more physical. They like to work on this, like to build this, and you let them go. But once you see that person wants to go more into wanting to know something, to really understand it with the mind, that's the one you usually grab. I hope that makes sense, but I know we got this concept today. Leave no child behind. Or you could be anything you want to be. But actually, everybody has a talent that's in them. You just have to find out what that is. That's usually something that seems to come easier to you than other people. So anyway, before we get started, anybody got anything to share? Voila. So going back to this.
Hello, Elitom. So nice to see you in live again. I was in your first Zoom workshop in 2020 that Shayna did with you. Anyway, I have a question. You were talking about leave no child behind. Do you think, with your experience, the people that you saw, everybody has the potential to tap into this chakra system, to this solar breatharian rhythm of living, or it takes a certain kind of personality that is patient enough, you think?
Oh, I'm glad you brought that. Now, there is all levels and degrees, on anything. Sort of like, I remember to give you an example. At the Ford Motor Company, this guy had the reputation of being the best mechanic in the company. The best mechanic. Okay, he got that title over his head, but is it true? Now you got many mechanics that works on a Ford automobile. So one day this guy, he got a Ford motor car. He was having problems with it. He took it to one mechanic, but the problem was still there. He went to another mechanic, problem still there. Another mechanic, this is a true story, 3 different people. So he went straight to the Ford Motor Company headquarters. As soon as his car was driving in, the top mechanic was there. Now, he didn't know he was coming to get his car serviced. But as he pulled up, the top mechanic said, "This is what's wrong with your car." Just by hearing, "This is what's wrong with your car." And as the other mechanics went and got up, start fixing it, they fixed the problem. But he knew what the problem was by listening to it. So in anything in life, some people will have a stronger level than others, even though all of them are mechanics. Now, this is a holistic lifestyle. It is for everybody. We are holistic creatures. I hope this is making sense. We are holistic creatures. So there might be some people, they'll be able to what? Or they enjoy not eating and drinking. There'll be some people who probably just enjoy drinking, eating every once in a while. There'll be some people who enjoy eating, but they'll have a fasting lifestyle. There'll be some people watching what they really eat and what times. Yeah. You see where I'm getting at? So it ain't forcing everybody, you got to come this way, but a holistic lifestyle should be for everybody. I hope that makes sense. But right now, we got a strong epidemic out there with preventable diseases. Yeah, it is a lifestyle. So this knowledge is bringing everybody to be more aware that it's their responsibility to take care of their energetic field. I hope this makes sense. And as you're growing, this is now, you brought up that word patience. This is what get people. They're starting out here and they want this one. Of course, everybody wants this way out here. And they trying to, but however, the reality is those different levels I did say, you are going to go through those different levels anyway. First, you'll start, learning how to fast, learning how to meditate. Then you'll go to a level, start eating less. Then you'll go to a level, start eating more bland type foods. And then you'll be able to go to that level of not eating or drinking. But even then, there's levels within that. You might have a person to go 3 months at a time. You follow me? 6 months at a time. Be with family, be with friends. Come up out of it. So you're always going to have these levels and degrees. But in every profession on the planet, even though you got the whole crew there, there's some who's more in depth than the rest of them. You even got the best heart surgeon in the world. People just didn't give him that talent. You know what I mean? Give him that title. There was some work he did to prove that. Yeah. I could go on and on and on. But this is why we're learning the knowledge on what this is and what this is about. Because again, this is another art, working with energy. See, food freedom is just on any type of level, is a good energy worker. They're good.
All right, I'm gonna try my very best to heed your words and work with the energy and not focus on constantly on cleansing. I'm a
Yeah.
cleansing girl, constant cleansing, and it's almost like as if I sinned by eating, but I'm not sure if that's the right way to do it.
No,
So
not at
no,
That's very on the body, stressful on the body. Just going that way.
yeah, yeah, totally. Thank you very much.
It's sort of like a person. I seen this one person one time, and they had ADD or whatever, but they're constantly cleaning their apartment. Constant, yeah, it was real bad to where you ain't even want to go visit them. That's wild, ain't it? You walk on their floor, no. But that goes with some people's bodies if it get too bad. They in this cycle, constantly cleaning, beating up on themselves, feeling down. Yeah, that's something else mental going on. You don't want to get that. There is a thing called food disorders. This knowledge do grab a lot of people with food disorders. So we got to even cool that down and teach this way. Other than that, they go on that other route. It could be really disastrous. So, like they say about people is being destroyed for what? Lack of knowledge. That's why knowledge is so important, what this is about. So, like when we went back to that name, solar. Okay, everybody, that's the primary energy source. It don't matter where you live, you're breathing in the atmosphere. Here we go. And
Did Elitom just freeze, or is it me?
Yeah, it's him, but he'll probably come back soon.
Okay, I see. First experience. Hi, Priya. So nice to see you.
Hey, nice to see you too.
Sorry.
I'm happy you're here.
Mhm. Yes. Yeah, I'm really trying to get out of this cleansing mode. It's gripping. I clean the colon and trying to do different detoxes and just it's a nightmare after a while.
Yeah, but it's fine. I think many people go through it. I mean, the fact that you're aware now, it's amazing because you have all the experience with the fasting and all these food changes, probably.
Mhm.
And when you plug that extra bit of knowledge in a practical way, it really enhances everything you did so far, and everything
Yeah,
is more stable and empowered somehow. Um, yeah,
and the group is going. I'm hoping the group is going to help as well with all of you around and connecting and just a few words exchanged. Looking forward to meeting up with you and Frederick and who else is here.
yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. It's really great. I mean, you see on all the different groups Elitom is doing, there's not going to be like hundreds of people, but yeah, some people are sticking around longer, and you can see um, the results they have, and it's pretty cool.
Are those people who are with Elitom for a while around in any forums?
I mean, Elitom is doing different groups. Like here with Frederick, it's very consistent. I think we're doing like once a month. And he has his own group, I think, for a while. If you go on his website, you can join that as well. And yeah, I think it's really amazing value every time.
When did you start Elitom's workshops?
I started a few years ago, actually, but I stopped. I had a year that I didn't do it. Um, I think I had a lot of things going on in my personal life, but I guess when you work with energy, like it's releasing a lot of things out of you. But then once I went through a few different things, then I was able to more comprehend what Elitom is saying, and I came back with more of a
Mm.
focus on energy cultivation in mind. And now I really appreciate that aspect of it. And of course, Elitom teaches a lot of things every time, and he will repeat some things hundreds of times, but only at some moment you really get it from your experience.
We
What
need the repetition. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's really amazing. But yeah, I started a while back, but you know, every day I'm starting again because it's like because I practice the things, then I can understand differently. Um, yeah.
In the other workshops that I listened to, you were mentioning that you're doing 8 hours of qigong sometimes.
Look, it's the same concept every time. It's always a 2 hour call. Just like here, it's the same. And he there's an hour usually or so, can be less, of qigong and meditations. It's not always the same. It's different forms. Like one of the
Mhm.
basics is qigong, standing like a tree.
Yeah.
And yeah, but Elitom is here, so
Okay.
probably continue. But yeah, it's really good.
Here we go. Sorry about that. I lost the wheel for a minute. All right, good to see you, Purell. Now, the main thing to do this week is to do something different than you've been doing. This is how we challenge ourselves. But the main thing, we're meeting twice a day. We're going to be doing some cultivating. Yeah, this is what it's about, so you can get stronger and stronger dealing with this energy. But like I said, today is our day. We're talking about these energy centers and do they exist and what they are talking about, so you can really know. And it's powerful, but it goes along with ideas, linguistics, maps, and also I wrote that down. Oh yeah, ideas and concepts. This is what's confusing everybody. All in how should I say, fields of knowledge. But when you know something and what's trying to be conveyed, you can go a lot further. So right now we're going to go ahead and get into our energy cultivation. Let me turn on my timer. All right, get your
Elitom, really quickly, is there anything else about the chakras or solar energy that you feel that we should know right now based
Oh,
on your
absolutely.
research?
Absolutely. We was doing a class with another group and we was talking about the cosmic solar energy. Okay, we got that. That's what we're working with. And we want to expand it coming through our body. But the best and simplest way to get it in your body is through meditation, which is the tool. We've been talking about this. Meditation is the foundation, but it enters the body through the mind. That's how it enters the body, through the mind. But then, if you keep reading, this is why we got to talk about concepts. It'll say it enters the body through the chakras. The chakras. Now, why would they write it like that? Is it a paradox? Well, it is. This is how knowledge is. The chakras, the energy centers on the body, is the constructs of the mind. See, the mind and the body is one. Most people is having a mind-body problem. So this is why we're going to go over the chakras. They're gateways of the mind. And the chakras is so important that, do you know, I can have a conversation with a person and I can tell if their chakras are open. And not only I could tell if they're closed, I could tell which one is closed. This is why we got to talk about it. But it's a map you got to learn. There's different places on the body that actually takes part in certain types of thought. Oh, this is powerful. I hope that answered it before we get into it.
Yeah, and what about all the chakras that are not on the physical body?
Oh, and I heard about that one also. But the only way you're going to get there, these ones is open on the physical body. And okay, let's look at that. Chakras outside that's a map and a concept again. Listen at this. The sun is a chakra. That's the energy center. Now let's look at the man-made energy centers. The power company that's in your city right now, that's a man-made chakra. It's an energy center that's lighting all the lights all around there. You getting this concept? Now we could say that's outside the city, but it's energy that's coming in. Now, let's make it clear. We live right now in the trophosphere as humans. So we're going to take out all the spookiness. You know how I usually say there's 100 volts electricity in the air? All right. But if we was to go up a little further in the atmosphere, there's a level where it'll be 200 volts electricity. You could go up further. There'll be 300 volts. So the higher we go up in the atmosphere, oh, excuse me. We was downtown yesterday with all that tear gas. If y'all heard about Kenya and their rioting, it hit my eyes, my nose. My body got to get detoxed that. But anyway, you could say each center is a chakra that has energy flow. And this is what we're saying on a person, a human being. A human being is here. And it's like it's absorbing energy that's coming into the atmosphere because you're like a vortex. However, if a person's not cultivated, they will enjoy the 100 volts electricity. But if this instrument, this body gets stronger, it's its own vortex, then it'll be able to filter more coming down into it. So those are actually chakras or energy centers within themselves. I hope this is making sense.
Yeah, it's like how
It's an
you
energy
or
center. Matter
Valar
of fact,
say, it's like that quote about how right now life is in the body, but you want to put your body into life. So the more expansive your experiences of yourself, the more that you have access to.
right. And this is why we're talking about ideas, concepts, language, and maps. This is why we're talking about this. Because that was key what you just said. But these are all made up words trying to explain something that's taking place. So of course, a person in spirituality, my chakra is outside of my body. You know, we start playing around, but there's truth to it. When you're around other people, you're all around other energy centers or chakras. Have you ever got with a group and it seemed like your energy got picked up? That's an energy center. Or you could get with a group and you could get drained from it. That's block chakra. Those are concepts that we're talking about. Now on the higher level, some schools of thought you got 5 chakras going on the center of your body. And some, the famous one, you got 7. And we split them up. We did that as humans. But in reality, you just have one chakra. Because if one is blocked up, all of them is affected. Is this making sense? When all of them is open, it ain't 7 no more. It's one full chakra, just like the sun.
Yeah, I'm smiling now. I was waiting for you to say, that there's only one.
There's only one. But we split teaching purposes. This is why we talk about these ideas, these concepts. So do this? No. Yes and no, a paradox. Is to help you get under your way, to see what to work on, to balance everything out. But after a while, as it grows, it's just one. Like when people talk about the heart chakra, and they keep looking here in the center of their chest, they ain't got it yet. That's why they're showing it looking like this, that heart shape. But it's the whole energy of the body. It just ain't one location. Okay, your heart is open. What about the root? And if the root is closed, you most definitely ain't got an open heart. Like that. But people's playing around. They don't understand the full concept or the idea or the language. And it's like that in everything. When we get back from our cultivation, We're going to talk about it more. Oh, we just opened it up the door. But those are good questions so we can know this. Mm-hmm. All right. Anybody else before we get started? All right, get you a good place here. La, la, la. La, la. La, la. All right, we're going to start on our neck. And make nice full circles going clockwise. And now let's go the other direction. Breathe. That's good. Now let's go to the shoulders. Make nice full circles going forward. Energy loves to move. And now let's go backwards. Reverse it. That's good. Now let's do one shoulder at a time going forward. Breathe. And now let's go backwards. Reverse it. Breathe. Working on all our chakras. And that's good. Now let's get our feet past our shoulders, hands on the hips. Make nice full circles going clockwise. Now let's go the other direction. Breathe. And that's good. Now let's put the feet together. Knees slightly bent. Rub those hands together. Hands on the knees. And slowly go clockwise. Stay focused. Loosen up the knees and the ankles. Now let's go the other direction. Breathe. Let's go in and out, going forward. And now let's go backwards. Breathe. And that's good. One hand in the front, one in the back. Let's go swimming in the ocean of energy. Breathe. Now let's go backwards. Breathe. Now let's reach up to the sky and stretch. Breathing in. and out. Now let's swoop that energy as we come down, channel it up the spinal cord. Bring it all the way up through the chakras, up to the main energy centers. Breathe. All right, we're back. Interesting. All right. Okay, y'all hear me loud and clear? Now they say your hands is chakraful. They got the most centers in the body. Why is that? Because anywhere there's a big in the body, that's considered a chakra. That's why they say you have 114. But we only talk about main chakras along the spinal cord, because the more that these flows, like the main river is open, it will go to the little canals and fill up everything else. So that's why you're doing the work of the center major ones, and then it will flow out to the rest of them all by your feet. So you got chakras all over the body.
Frederick, while we're waiting, could you tell us a bit about what Elitom mentioned happened in Kenya yesterday?
Elitom is back, but
Nice.
okay.
Is that mine? Is that my connection?
Yeah, yeah. Your connection is like has some issues keep going on and off. We are just here. For us, everybody's fine.
All right.
Seems much better now, Elitom.
What's that?
It seems much better now.
All right, good. All right. Whew. Don't worry, we'll get it together here. I know yesterday I was having problems in this area also, so we'll check on it. All right, so we got these chakras in our hands so we can get a better understanding. But that's what they are. It's every little, there's a bend here. That's a chakra, considered a chakra. So that's why yoga, you're stretching up these different points so you can get better energy flow with the chakras. But like we said, it's one total chakra. They just gave us those points, especially going along the spinal cord, as a map of the body, a concept, an idea. But the main goal is to get all of them open and flowing consistently. The body loves to move. So we have to slowly move it back and forth. Feeling that energy. Breathe. Nice and slow. See, the more relaxed the body is, and like we said, the energy comes into the body through the chakras, through the mind. The chakras is the mind. The mind is the energy. This is what fuels the body, both consciously and unconsciously. The body is the subconscious that creates our reality. See these concepts now? They're making more sense and you're working with it. Breathe. And this is the energy you want to get stronger. And fasting is towards you to have a better practice. Breathe. But even if you are eating, this exercise is helping with the digestion, balancing out the dense matter that's in the body, moving that energy. Breathe. Feel that connection to the earth. The earth is an energy center. We got geothermal energy. Chakra over chakra over chakra. These are concepts. Breathe. Good way to start out the day. Nice and easy flow. Moving the whole body. Any tension in the body, slowly moving into it. And breathe. Breathe. Body loves to move, the energy loves to move. Breathe. And slowly make another ball with the hands. And see, can you feel the difference from your movement? The chakras is opening up more. It's getting more height. The energy centers. This is what it's all about. We're generating our own energy now. You got all the energy already within you. You're just unlocking it. All right, now let's rub our hands together. Give ourselves a nice energy shower. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into our Qigong. We'll do about 3 positions standing up, and then we'll do the rest sitting down. All right, get your feet past the shoulders, knees slightly bent, hands in front of the dantian. Just relax into it and breathe. Just relax. Any tension or stress in the body is okay. The chakras are opening up more and more. Slowly go up to the second position, like you're holding a giant beach ball. Just relax into it and breathe. Slowly bring the hands together right in front of the chest. Relax into it and breathe. Again, we're bringing the hands together, the chakras together. Namaskar position. The energy centers in the hands. Slowly bring the hands all the way up. It's like the branches of a tree. Relax into it and breathe. Breathe. Now slowly swoop that energy as you come down, moving it up the chakra channel. Breathe. Through our energy centers. Slowly make a nice ball with the hand, slowly come up on the legs. Heighten up again. Energy centers. They're all connected. All one. Nice and powerful. The energy, the cosmic solar energy is coming into the body through the energy centers. That's why you always want to make the body nice and relaxed as you're moving, as you're meditating. Then you start to relax all throughout the day as you're even doing things. So the body can keep charging itself up. Breathe. Nice and relaxed, nice and easy flow. Circulating the blood flow around the body. Strengthening the lymphatic system, muscles. Charging up the body with ATP. Nice and easy flow. Now we can grab that energy again. Powerful. Grab it. And this is your mind. The chakras is the mind. Mind just ain't up in the head where the brain is at. It's all throughout the body, through the chakras. We make it make sense. So do they exist? We're working with it. These are concepts, ideas telling a deeper story. Now we can rub our hands together. That's a nice energy shower. All right, get to a nice, comfortable position. Sitting down. La, la, la. Oh man, we ain't done yet. I'll just warm up. Make sure the spine's nice and straight. And we'll start out in a namaskar position. Bring the chakras of the hand together in front of the chest. Relax into it and breathe. 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 Relax even more. Breathe. Just relax. Slowly bring the hands all the way up. Just relax into it and breathe. Relax even more. Breathe. Just allow the energy to flow. One more minute in this position. Now slowly swoop down near the belly button and channel that energy up the chakra system. Breathe. You born? Now your last one, have the hands palms up and just lay them on your thighs, just an open bowl. In other words, you're just receiving, like you're receiving some food, bagging, pleating. Just relax into it, shoulders, relax the chest. Relax the abdomen. Relax the hips. Relax the legs. Relax the whole body. One big chakra. The root to the crown, the spinal cord, central nervous system. Breathe. Relax the muscles in the face. Relax the crown chakra. Slowly bring the right hand up, leave the left one down. Just relax into it and breathe. Slowly bring the left hand up, right one down. Relax into it and breathe. Now slowly make a nice ball with the hands. And there we go with the chakra system, the energy system. Your hands have the most energy centers, the most chakras. Those are just the connections. Most bones in on your body is in your hands. See how this is working? So do they exist? Yes. But they're concepts and ideas of energy flow. Nice and powerful. And all we had to do is relax into it, and it will take care of itself. Body will build up its own pressure, break up blockages, open up the channels. All right, so now we can rub our hands together and give ourselves a nice energy shower. Oh man, that was good. And we just got finished eating. This food. Remember we talked about a civilization or individual is based on how well they can generate and consume energy. That's what it's all about. How well you can generate and consume energy. If a person's poor at generating energy and poor at consumption, that's a weak system. Oh man, this is good. Oh, get technical. Dense food is a chakra. It's an energy source. See how we're talking now? Energy sources. What is your sources of energy? What are you tapping into? And all the concepts of the ancients are saying everything is in you. Your body can produce what it needs to be sustaining. Oh man, this is why we're breaking up blockages, the microcosm merging with the bigger picture, the macrocosm. Oh man, how everybody feeling? Good way to start out the day. This breakfast. So we ain't break our fast. Well, we did actually. Now, these concepts, again, this is what's confusing everybody on every level. Knowledge has layers and degrees. So to give you an example again, because like I said, there's some people saying the chakras don't exist. And if you cut a person open, you cannot say this is it and pull it out. That's not what it's talking about. But it's sort of like, this is what we do as humans. We make up stuff to serve a purpose. We mapped it out. So it's sort of like the earth. And you got the latitude lines and the longitude. You ever see that? Longitude and latitude lines. Now, do those really exist? No. They don't exist. But it's a system we set up, mapping out the earth. So when people's out on the ocean, and say if you get in trouble out in the ocean and you got your radio, you can't say, pick me up at such and such street. There's a 7-Eleven at the corner. You'll say, I'm at 54 latitude, 150 longitude. And right there, we'll know where you're located. It could be like that in the rainforest or even in the city. In Cleveland, Ohio, they got a bar called, what is it called? Latitude 335. That's what it's called. But not only is called that, the address is that also, 335. And not only is that address, it's actually on that line. I said, whoever did that is amazing. Got the address, the name of the place, it is actually on that line. Latitude 335, that's what the place is called. So anyway, but they're man-made. But everybody on the planet who need to use that knowledge agreed on it. So you can use it for navigation, flying planes, or even if there was a disaster in your city. Everything's tore up. Where are you located at? Just like that bar, latitude 335. And everybody who knows that knowledge will know where you're located. But notice that that knowledge is not required for everybody. They didn't teach you that in school. It's for people who need it. So when I was in the Navy on 2 ships, I needed to know that knowledge. to see where we're located, to see where we're at, see where we're getting at. So it's the same with the chakras. Is it required for all of humanity to know what it is and use it? It will be nice, but you can live your life without knowing it. It's for people who's in that art that need to know it. So again, when I see those people denying chakras, they're not energy workers. They're not energy workers. So ain't no use to argue back and forth with them. They don't want to know. They're into something else. They're into food. You know, diet changes, that's good, but they don't understand the other art. That's all. But when you get into energy work, it becomes real. It becomes real because you need it now. You need to know if your heart chakra is blocked up. This area, that's basically what it's saying. They mapped out areas. And we'll go over it more this evening about when I said that a person's talking and I can listen to them. And I could tell if the chakras is open or closed just by the way they're talking. This is wild, ain't it? And not only that, what location? Because when you look it up on the internet, you got many schools of thought. They'll say this chakra deals with survival, this one deals with this one deals. Then they start putting emotions with it. But like I said, it sounds mythical for somebody who's not an art. How would they know that? They just making up stuff. But when you start working with them, somebody mapped it out. It's just a map. You'll become good at it. So a breatharian is a good energy worker. And then we kept saying, the root chakra must be open first for the rest of them. This energy flow going downwards to upwards means a whole lot. Not so much, because the only thing that's going to come into the system, there need to be a pathway open first. I hope this makes sense. Yes, you got energy going up and down, but this, the crown chakra, is based on what's happening inside, the energy that's coming in. So that's why you got to do the work inside first, breaking it up. And then this other one is determined on how strong they can come into the body. They're going circular. So the root first, and it's just like a plant. If you damage the branch of a tree, it's not dead, it'll still thrive. But if you damage the root, it's over with. You damage the root. I've even seen trees grow back because the root was there. Absolutely. But if you damage the root, so it's the same with the physical body. And when I used to say this, and I didn't even know this until I got to India. The people in India, most of them didn't know it. But they got temples all over the place, just like some places got churches all over the place. But then I noticed it. I was already teaching them. You see how the knowledge will come? They had temples where they actually would have symbolism of the chakras going into the temple. And the first three symbolisms of the chakras was outside the temple. So that means your root, then your dantian area, and then your solar plexus. They was outside of a temple. Then you go in, there's the heart chakra, but this symbolism, but I noticed this and somebody knew this map. It's just a map. And I think I told y'all about that book, Cloak of the Illuminati, to show you somebody's in the know some things. But in that book, there's a mall, a shopping mall that was built in Tennessee. He had it in that book. And he said it was based off the chakra system on the symbolism going through the shopping mall. Me and a friend, we had to go see it to see, was this for real? And it was. They had a center for where the heart area is at, but the average person shopping in the mall don't know that. And we wouldn't have knew it if some guy didn't do his homework and said, somebody in the know built that. So this map, this blueprint, which is thousands of years old, it's been in people's face, but if you don't need the blueprint, don't know what the blueprint is saying, ain't been learned to read a blueprint, it don't mean nothing to you. I had a job one time where, well, I got hired because I knew how to read blueprints. Yeah, the blueprint of the end product. So when we're learning about these energy centers, it's important to know, to understand what they're talking about completely, dealing with your energy centers. And this is the main game while you're meditating. This is the foundation, getting the spine straight, to keep those energy centers flowing. If they're flowing strong, you got strong energy. If they're flowing strong, well, if you're flowing strong and it gets stronger, that's food freedom. In a nutshell, people was trying to become a breatharian with a weak system, a weak energy system. That's a hard swallow, ain't it? And especially if people, that's why I told you some people, they're doing good, they're on the spiritual path, but they don't understand the concepts. So when they get their bubble busted, trying to become into the breatharian knowledge and find out that their energy ain't that strong like they thought it was. Yes, you're a nice person and stuff, but you need a little bit more power. It takes work to get that. Oh man, all we saying is you need to upgrade the technology. Mm-hmm. And it's like that on everything. When I talk about the electromagnetic spectrum, you got the radio waves, microwave, infrared, visible light, UV light, X-rays, gamma waves. So you got this spectrum. Now, first of all, let's go to the microwave that the cell phone uses on that spectrum. There was a time that didn't exist. It didn't exist. The area for a microwave was a radio wave. We as humans, we made a map. Do it exist? Actually, no. We did that. We just said from this frequency range to this frequency range, and everybody agreed on it. Let's call this a radio wave. That's what we did. Did the universe say, I'm a radio wave? No, we named it. That's the power you got. And then from the radio wave, it went to the infrared wave, from this distance to this distance. But then somebody said, wait a minute, let's take this portion of the radio wave and call it a microwave. So technically, if we didn't rename it, this is running off of a radio wave. Just like you turning your radio on, but it's just a map. And what people are doing in this age we're in of denying science and this and that, they don't understand the concepts. That don't exist, but they don't know that it's telling a deeper story. So going back to our chakras, in the body, outside the body, those are just stories telling a bigger picture of energy flow. That's all it's telling a practitioner. And like we said, your goal is to get them fully open. See, even the symbolism of a Christmas tree. It's not that. Yeah, that's symbolism and esoteric knowledge. What it's saying, in the cold climate, a lot of things is dead, hibernate. But that pine tree is still green. Listen at this, still green, showing light. And we put lights all over. That's chakras. They're fully open. They got the star at the top of the head. That's all symbolism of a person. I hope we get this. And this is how you want to function all over your life. You're green. All the lights is lit up. Gifts underneath. Yeah. Star at the top of the head lit up. That's the symbolism of a person. People put thought into this. This is how the knowledge lasted to this, where we put it in different things to tell a story. That's all we did. That's all we did. And I could go on and on how we do this. We make up stuff, but it's telling a bigger story. And a lot of people can't, it takes a minute to get past that. And just like linguistics. Now, I know you know this, Puriel. It's a whole different ball game. Reading the scriptures from the Hebrew language, from the translations. Now, what is that word? It'll take you to a whole nother ballpark. Oh man, some people scared to go there. Don't want to look. It'll break their belief system if they understand there was another word before that and all of this. That's all it's dealing with. Oh man, but it goes deeper and deeper when somebody's studying. Now, oh man, we got to add this one in. Now let's go back, because they usually say when you're working on yourself, it's like an onion. And you know how you peel back the layers? But there is an exercise, and we'll work on it again later too. And how it is because you are an energy center. You get your spine nice and straight just to show you. And what a person does is get real relaxed. And your eyes look upwards, like you're going up in your head. And then you take your hand, start it out in front of it. Let's go with the heart chakra because it got the biggest energy field coming out, and slowly move outwards as your eyes is going up in your head. And when you feel a little influx or a shift, that's where a layer is at. Go nice and slow, eyes up in the head. And wherever you feel any type of change or shift, that's where the energy center is at, coming outwards. If you feel any movement in the body, just like a machine, the eyes can flicker, you can feel it get stronger. Everybody will feel it differently. Anybody's feeling it?
I feel a strain as I move the eyeballs up, but
Right. Everybody will feel it differently, but if you feel anything that kind of shifts, it could be, like she said, a straight eyes going up. And for me, I usually jump a little bit when it hits it. You might feel the heat in that area. I mean, there's many different levels you can feel it. But wherever you feel a little change coming out, that's showing how the energy field is wrapping around. And then it goes out more and more and more.
It's interesting because for me, many times when we practice the qigong, sometimes like after a long and towards the end, it's like my eyes want to go up like this and the tongue and everything, and I feel like what is going on? And I wonder if I should bring it back or just allow it to be in that moment. But it's interesting.
Yeah, this body monitoring all types of stuff. That's all we're using it for, to start monitoring where your energy field is at. Is your energy field, and you'll feel that shock of electricity. Like you said, it'll probably hit the eyes, the tongue out the roof of the mouth. All this stuff is taking place. When you start getting to see where your energy field, how it's wrapping around. And so you can do it on other people too. Not only practice on yourself, practice on other people to see where their energy field is at. Do the same thing. And some people will have more energy fields, it feels like. Some people's will be further away. So that shows that there's a blockage in those areas. Oh man, I tell you, this goes on and on and on. Keep practicing with it. You'll start feeling where your energy field is at, you getting everything balanced, but it's all about us keeping the flow. That's what the lifestyle is about. That's why we keep telling people, and if you can open it up, can't you close it back up? This is how real it is. So people looking for a process that's going to get them here. And I don't have to do nothing else, or plus of all, they don't know how to live that lifestyle yet, because what you going to do with yourself? That takes getting used to, right? That's why we say don't beat up on yourself. You don't want to be a hermit, right? You learn how to live differently. But just like you can open it, raise your vibration, you can lower it. And there's no good and bad in that. See how we're saying this? It's your energy field. But the good thing about this knowledge, the average human being, what they're suffering from, they don't really know how to open up their energy field. First of all, they don't know the chakras is there. The energy centers. This knowledge is slowly and gradually really coming around. Mm-hmm. And don't be intimidated. Don't think the cultures who have it in their culture know what it is either. I was shocked. Especially while I was in India, I was shocked. One guy was at my retreat, and he was asking all these questions because we were talking about the chakras. But then in the retreat, he's a musician. He's a musician working with instruments and all of this. But he does music, and he was explaining each chakra. And I was just sitting there, what's going on? Because for him, it's just a good thing for his music act. He's not really associating that it goes with his body. But when I was trying to explain it in the body, he had all these questions and didn't understand. He split the two up. To him, it's just for his musical work, but he was explaining the chakras in detail to everybody dealing with his music. He couldn't associate it with himself. That's wild, ain't it? I said, what's going on with that? I told you, I'll be looking at people's consciousness. What's going on? Why can't they hear it? It's going to take a minute. But then again, you know, it's sort of like you're sleeping, and the alarm clock go off and people keep hitting it. I don't want to wake up yet. Let me sleep 10 more minutes. That's what's taking place. But the knowledge is simple, it's there. I said, they're saying it. But to get it to relate to you is a whole nother ballgame. Because this is the ultimate instrument. All you have to do is shift that knowledge over and understand that this is making music. It's making sound. Whether if you hear it or not, it's vibrating. And right now, our sound is totally different after we just did this workout. It's different right now. You're changing. It's always making different sounds. But you got your own signature. That's why the universe don't make mistakes. You got your own signature coming off the body. We're light beings. Oh, so we ain't done. It's just the opener. So this evening, we'll be digging deeper into the chakras, these energy centers, to make them make more sense. Oh, man, this is good. This is a good way to start out the day, too. So the internet's working a lot better. Just see, even it was losing connection. See that? The external technology is telling us about us. You're losing connection. And then this is where it gets good in spirituality. See, people think there's some entity judging them for doing good and bad. That's not what's happening. And then what was brought up was, how about the chakras outside the body? Not only inside the body, but coming outside the body, energy centers. You know, and all the universe is saying, say if there's a level right here, you can get there if you let certain things go. So the universe ain't denying it from you. It's up to you. That's all it's saying. There's certain doors that will not be open. This is basically what it's saying. You'll never see it. It'll just be some talking until that person learn to what? Grow and let go. And then they'll have that experience. Other than that, it won't have it. So the universe ain't saying, I ain't gonna give it to you, I don't like you, is there for everybody. So a person just halting themselves. That's why they did that story again. Listen at this other map. And God put an angel guarding the interests of heaven, you know, with his flaming sword. They're just saying, well, this behavior can't get through this. That's all it's saying. This behavior cannot get through this. So it ain't like something is really hitting you back. It's all the person is doing it. That's why you learn to stop blaming yourself, blaming others. Right. Oh, this is a big responsibility, but it's there. The person just have to let go when they're ready. See how I said that? When they're ready. Oh, man, this is good. So that was another good workout. Like I said, just do something different this week. We're going to keep cultivating. So we'll be meeting again in the evening, which is good. So just have a good day, really relaxing into this energy, whatever you do, right. But one thing for sure, you know, it's all around us and going through us. One big chakra. This is good. So once again, yeah, we did do 2 hours here. Once again, peace and blessings, and have the best day and night ever.